Hey everybody, I'm going to get into F1 2016 for the Apple TV. I'll do a quick race. I was really surprised when this game came out to see it. Usually, porting a game from iOS to tvOS, which is Apple TV, is fairly easy, but a lot of companies just don't bother to do it because the Apple TV is just, the user base is too small. I mean, they're not going to make any real money off of it, so it's really not worth their time. Even for that little bit of effort, it's just not worth the time. So I was real happy to see this. Let's go ahead and pick Ferrari with Sebastian Vettel. I'm going to go 3 laps because I don't want to have a freaking 50-minute video.
For what is going to be a fantastic
Just so you can kind of see what the Apple TV version is like. It's it's the mobile version of it. I mean, it's of course the mobile version is a stripped down version of the actual game, but they got a lot into this game, which was surprising. They did a good job of kind of balancing what they could put in and what they left out. Some of the graphics, the cars look great, the details really nice, the road textures, tarmac textures, real nice. Then of course, a lot of the outside stuff, the trees look like shit. There's a lot of bugs in this. There are pit stops in this, but man, the pit stops can be really buggy. I had a race in did the Canadian GP and was winning fairly easily and went into the pits from first place. Oh, shit. Oh, come on. Oh yeah, and the AI is not great. The AI is fairly stupid most of the time. But I went into the pits, and coming out of the pits, it's all you don't have any control over the pits, over the pit stops. It takes control. It put my car into a loop, and the car fell off the track, and I got disqualified. So just a lot of bugs in this game. It does lag a little bit in this version. I played it on my iPad Pro. It ran about the same, but I played it on the iPhone 7, and it ran phenomenal. It looked outrageously good. It was obviously made, to be shown off on the iPhone 7. But since I have my Apple TV and I like playing on my Apple TV, I'm gonna do it on here. And the sounds are pretty good. And like I said, the graphics are good. For what it is, the graphics are really good. But compare this to what I think 2009, 10, and 11. I think 11 was the last F1 game to come out. Compare this to 2011. Wow, I mean, the difference is amazing. This is really good. There are some assists you can. Shit. That's what I get for trying to talk and do this at the same time. I suck as bad at this game as I do at MC5, huh? But there are some assists, like I was saying, in the game that you can use. I don't use any of them. It has a few, it's got traction control automatically. You can't turn it off. It does kind of help you through. There are penalties. Like I said, there's pit stops. It's pretty in depth for a mobile game, especially you look at a game. I don't think graphically not as good as something like Real Racing 3. I mean, that's like a benchmark. But this is really good too. Especially, if you're into F1 racing, just a pure F1 racing game. It's $10. There's no in-app purchases, but I will admit that I would be fine with in-app purchases that maybe put some, just like in F1 2013 had classic cars and tracks also. I think it had some 70s and 80s, 90s, which was really nice. And if they had those and made them in-app purchases, that would be wonderful. But I mean, at $10, I mean, really, I know a lot of people just say, oh, play it on your PC or your console, and I do. But it's nice just to sit down and play a quick race on this. Especially, I have to admit, I like the Apple TV because I like to see what can be done with it. You know, it's kind of like back. You know, I'm old. I'm in my 40s, and I'm used to, you know, systems that were very underpowered, but seeing what they could push. And that's what I like about the Apple TV is I like to see what they could push on it. You know, what, just that little bit more that they can get into it. Graphics or sound, gameplay. You know, can they get 30 frames a second? Can they get 60 frames a second? Anything like that. So all that interests me, and that's why I like that. That's why I really do like this. So it's, you know, you get a PC, you just have to get a higher end PC, and it'll play anything graphically as well as it can. But something like this, you know, you're stuck. Oh shit, you're stuck, and you don't have a lot of choice. You just play. So you hope that the developers, it's up to the developers to squeeze out as much of it as they can. All right, look, Ferrari's gonna win. Unlike real life. All right, guys. You know, let me know what you think of the game. I mean, I'm sure you've seen a lot of videos already of this game. You know, playing on an iPhone or an Android device or something. This is for the Apple TV. And again, like I said, I think it looks, you know, for what it is, it looks and runs really well. And I was real happy to see that it came out. But let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.